There is a brain in the ocean that shouldn't exist, a being without bones, without a spine, without a skeleton, but with an intelligence that defies everything that science has ever explained. A brain distributed across 8 arms, each one with a will of its own, an animal that has fooled evolution. But what if I told you that what you know about it is just the tip of the iceberg? What if there was an ulterior motive for this brain being this way? And even more so, why is the life of such an advanced being so short? This is a story that will change the way you look at evolution. And in the end, you will never be able to look at an octopus the same way again. While most of us forget where we left our cell phones, the octopus can learn, memorize routes, open complex jars, and escape traps. And the strangest thing, it doesn't have a central brain. Like other animals, its arms think. They make decisions. They act alone. Now, imagine this for yourself. Imagine waking up and realizing that your own arms were making decisions while you were sleeping. This is the everyday life of an octopus. But how? How did evolution allow a simple mollusk to develop this kind of intelligence? There are real records of octopuses escaping from locked aquariums. During the night, alone, they came out through the floor, opened another lid, hunted fish, and returned to their own tank, as if nothing had happened. Who taught them this? No one. They understood. They planned. And here comes a detail that few people know. And that changes everything you thought about animal instinct. The octopus doesn't just learn from experience. It learns by observing. Yes, it sees, analyzes, and responds, as if it had consciousness. Now think, if a being that lives in such a simple environment is capable of observing and learning, what else could he do if he had time? But it doesn't stop there. They communicate without sounds, without words. They change color, pattern, texture, in fractions of a second, to deceive, to manipulate, to distract. There are females that pretend to be males, octopuses that create traps. And here you begin to realize we are not just talking about a curious animal. We are talking about a master of disguise and manipulation. But why? Why so much cognitive effort if the life of the octopus is so short? And now we come to one of the most disturbing questions that science has yet to answer. How can such an intelligent being live only 2 years? Why would evolution create such an advanced brain and then make it disappear so quickly? Here comes the most disturbing theories. Some scientists believe that the octopus is an accident, a being that evolved too much intelligence, too quickly, and that its short lifespan is an imposed limitation. Because if an octopus lived 10 years, what could it become? Others speak of a hidden code, an embedded biological program that prevents its longevity, because if it had time, it could learn more than any other marine being. It could create a form of culture, something that biology, to this day, has not observed in such simple animals. And here comes a fact that almost no one talks about. There are already octopuses that are living longer than they should, in captivity, with more time to learn, with new, unexpected behaviors, being observed and even transmitted to other octopuses. What happens if this spreads? If long-lived octopuses start to exist in natural environments? The answer doesn't exist yet, but you'll want to follow along, because the octopus story is just the beginning. There are animals that have outwitted physics, that have mastered chemistry, that see frequencies that we cannot even imagine. And in the next video, you'll get to know one of those. But I warn you, the more you discover, the more impossible it becomes to stop. So, don't click on another video. Click on the next one in the series right now. Because once you start, your brain won't want to leave. This universe